E aí galera, tudo bom? Hoje eu tô trazendo mais um joguinho indie pra cá pra gente. Um joguinho que eu tava com muita vontade de jogar, porque as reviews dele são muito positivas e ele tem uma temática muito interessante, bem existencialista, do jeito que eu gosto, assim, são os meus jogos favoritos. O nome desse jogo é Before Your Eyes. Ele é um jogo que ele é bem imersivo porque ele tem a detecção ocular. Basicamente, as respostas que tu dá no game são a partir do teu piscar de olhos. Porém, não vamos estar utilizando isso porque eu fiz o teste aqui e em todos os testes deu errado. Eu não sei se é pelo posicionamento da câmera, eu não sei se é porque a minha tela está um pouco mais baixa, mas enfim, isso faria eu ter que mudar todo o meu setup para jogar o jogo e eu não consegui fazer isso. Até tentei, mas não consegui. E aí que a gente não vai usar a detecção ocular. Então as respostas do jogo vão ser com base no meu clique e não com o piscar dos meus olhos. Vocês vão entender isso melhor daqui a pouco. De todo modo, esse jogo aqui ele é muito bonito, aparentemente. Ele também não tem tradução em português, mas aqui inclusive vai aparecer, a gente conseguiu, por meio da comunidade da Steam, uma tradução para português brasileiro. Inclusive, muito obrigado aí a tradução por Magnus Luz, valeu por ter traduzido esse jogo para português, porque ele não tinha tradução e aí eu não iria jogar sem a tradução, mas aí a gente encontrou e só felicidade. E aqui fala, sempre que você piscar, o jogo vai perceber, mas infelizmente a gente não vai estar utilizando essa tecnologia, digamos assim. Vai estar usando o mouse para dar as respostas. Assim, seria sempre mais imersivo, definitivamente, se a gente estivesse jogando com a detecção ocular. Mas infelizmente não vai estar sendo possível, só que assim, cara, esse jogo, pelo menos, pelo que eu percebi, com a detecção ocular, de vez pegando errado, a gente perdia muita cena. E agora a gente não vai perder nada do jogo, vai ser 100%.
Well, hello there, stranger.
Hello!
You're a real bright and shiny one, aren't you?
Uhum.
I asked you for your name, but sadly you got no mouth to speak with, or hands to shake with, or nose to look down with. So we're gonna have to find another way. See, what you'll find is, even though you're no longer in your body's still inside of you, if that makes any sense. So, if you understand what I'm saying,
Yes.
Blink over my hand here.
Claro, meu bom.
Ooh, well look at that. You're a blinking genius.
A risadinha dele
I knew
mó
you
boa.
were special. You see all them poor souls down there, lost in the waves? I didn't choose any of them. I chose you.
Me?
See, I just sometimes get a sort of a hunch, or what's a better word? Notion? Better word than that.
Deixa eu te ajudar.
A premonition when a soul's worth
Premonição é uma
pulling
boa
up.
palavra.
Now you see that tower out there? Big scary one.
A arte dele é muito
That's
bonitinha
where I'm
também. Olha esse
taking
céu, mano, na
you
moral.
to see the
Na moral.
gatekeeper,
Olha
to
só
be
aqui.
judged. I'm gonna present your case. Tell her the whole story of your entire life, from proud to stern. Now,
Tudo
if she's
bem.
impressed, I get paid the Bitcoin, and you get yourself a spot in her magnificent city. If she ain't, well, I eat seagull for dinner again, and you, well, we don't have to worry
Cara,
about
essa risada
that,
dele
because I
sempre me
am
pega.
the
Tentei
best
3 vezes jogar
you'll
esse jogo
find
aqui,
on these
como eu falei pra
sickly
vocês.
waters. Class A storytellers.
3 vezes eu ri dessa risada dele.
Oh, shut up, you trash birds. You had your chances. It wasn't my fault you were no good. Layabouts.
Será que se a gente fracassar, a gente vira gaivotas?
Clock watchers. I got some words for you.
Primeira vez que eu abri essa parte aqui, eu achei que ele era um gatinho. Aí depois que eu fui perceber que, pô, por ele estar uivando e latindo, né, como diz aqui, provavelmente ele é um lobo, né? Mas pra mim fazia sentido ele ser um gatinho, ele parece um gatinho. Mas ele é um lobo, eu acho. Eu acho. Beleza.
So sure, maybe I'm not the most verbose storyteller out there, but I know how to spin a yarn if I'm given something to work with. And that's where you come in. Your life. You're gonna show it to me. I want to see exactly what made you so absolutely great.
Perfeito, perfeito.
So, just think back to the very beginning. The first thing that you can remember.
Beleza,
I'm gonna send you there. But understand, no matter how much you like it, you're not gonna be able to stay, alright? Every time you blink, you're going to jump forward in time. Could be a second, could be 5 years. That's just how this thing works.
Tá.
Alrighty then. I hope he's ready for this. Now, the next time that you blink, I'm gonna send you back.
Beleza.
And don't be afraid. And don't try to...
Tá. Bom, before your eyes...
Try to enjoy it this time.
O jogo, como eu falei, se passa bem intuitivamente com os piscar de olhos, mas que vai ser, no caso, os nossos cliques de mouse. Basicamente, eu não sei se vocês compreenderam, mas a gente é uma alma, né? E aí, aparentemente, ele escolheu a gente ali pra ser julgado de alguma forma. E, enfim, eu acho que eu cheguei no máximo a 3 ou 4 cenas aqui, porque quando eu percebi logo que o meu piscar de olhos não estava piscando e eu estava passando as cenas, eu fiquei um pouco chateado, porque daí não estava funcionando pra mim. Eu não queria perder o jogo inteiro por conta disso, e aí eu voltei. E aí agora a gente vai, né, tentar mais uma vez jogar com o clique do mouse. Vamos ver o que sai, mas eu espero que o jogo não perca o encanto justamente... Ou, no caso, por conta disso, né? Eu acredito que não.
We've got a long, beautiful day ahead of us.
Agora eu vou conseguir ver as cenas por inteiro,
Why are you
se eu
smiling
quiser.
like that?
Porque agora eu posso ver
You
tudo.
must really like it out here,
Eu
huh?
gosto de estar aqui, eu realmente gosto.
Well, I
Gostei
get
da primeira
that.
vez, só que aí eu simplesmente
I
cliquei.
like it too.
Quer dizer, eu pisquei, eu não pisquei. Eu saí. Fiquei triste. Olha esse céu, olha esse mar. Olha essa luz entrando. Mas tudo bem, vamos sair, vamos sair. A voz dela é muito ASMR vibes, mano. Muito boa. Muito querida.
Let's go get you some seashells. What do you say?
Eu gosto.
You see that big spiky plant over there?
Sim, é a Vega?
That's
A
called
Vega?
agave.
Agave.
11
Agave.
years from now, that plant will
Agave.
die so it can give birth to this tall, amazing tree
Perfeito, perfeito.
covered in flowers.
11 anos?
We'll have to keep our eyes on that one.
11 anos é muito tempo. Será que eu já posso passar aqui? Perfeito.
The day really slipped away, didn't it?
Sim, pareceu um piscar
Oh,
de
well.
olhos.
Days have a tendency to do that, I guess.
É verdade.
Where's the first
Nossa,
page
mas
of
é
my
muito
piece?
bom poder piscar, mano, porque, sério,
I can't find
eu
it
ficava
anywhere.
agoniado não podendo piscar. E olha que eu não piscava, só que aí eu descia meu olhinho pra ler. Eu acho que pelo meu olho ser muito puxado, ele entendia que eu estava piscando. Aí passava assim, pau, pau, pau. Mó triste. Acabou? Acabou? Eu poderia tentar fazer um método de tipo assim, pô, não vamos clicar, não vamos piscar. E aí quando fosse pra piscar, eu clicava junto. Mas eu sei que isso talvez não funcione. Posso tentar pra ser um pouco mais próximo da imersão 100% do jogo.
Look at that! There's your little hand.
We have to make him do this every
Vamos fazer
birthday.
isso com ele.
That's a great idea. It'll really be something to see how he grows. Man, the zoom on this thing is fantastic.
Esse sou eu, no caso, Benny.
Who's that beep?
Eu tenho 1 ano de idade agora. É meu
It's odd.
aniversário.
So I figure this battery isn't even working. Load memory stick. What does that mean?
Eu sou um baby. Brincando.
Oh, you want to play along with mommy, don't you?
Ó, fofo.
Give it time. I'm sure you'll be better than me soon enough.
Eu não vou, não posso.
Sounds good, honey!
I'm sending it to my mentor next week. It has to be perfect.
Well, sounds pretty perfect to me.
Yeah, what do you like about it?
What do I like? I like the music.
That's
Verdade, verdade.
it.
Bem observado.
I also like the person playing it.
Yeah. I worry that might have something to do with it. Look at his little face. What do you think he's thinking about?
Isso parece um barquinho? É um barquinho?
Probably solving the problems of the
Esse menino é
universe.
viciado em barcos. Não sei se ele vai ser marinheiro.
So, do you think he's going to be smart?
Claro que eu vou ser inteligente. Eu sou
Why
muito
not?
inteligente já.
We're both pretty smart.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean he's going to be. Necessarily.
You're right. No,
Fundo.
you're right. You know, it doesn't really matter, I guess. Whether he's smart or not.
Por quê, pai?
As long as he's happy.
É verdade. Eu só quero
Oh,
ser
yeah, I
feliz.
mean, of course. But I still think he's going to be smart.
Será? Se eu vou
I
ser
can just
inteligente, eu não sei. Eu acho que eu poderia ter sido mais inteligente na vida.
No, it's not derivative. At least I didn't think it was. Do you think you could tell
Mano,
the other
esse menino
members
vai
of the
ser muito
selection committee
marinheiro.
what I just told you? Right. No, I'm sorry. I guess I just put a lot of expectation on this call. Okay, I understand. Thank you for considering my piece, John. It really means a lot.
Desse tamanho já é artista, tá?
Oh, that's sure a little mess of color.
Arremessar.
You know, if you keep working at it, one day you'll be able to paint exactly what's in your head. You'll be a real artist. Unlike your poor mom.
Eu vou ser tão bom quanto a senhora, mamãe. A verdade é essa. Scrapbook.
See? That used to be my piano. My dad gave it to me. He loved music. Fled his home country just to have a chance to pursue it. God, he made me practice so much. I hated it at first.
Fofos. Queria saber tocar piano. Isso que eu vou aprender aqui no jogo. Não sei lá o que, não sei lá o que, não sei lá o que. Com um cartão de estudante você paga 3 doletas e se não tiver, você paga 3,50. Perfeito.
I think he hoped to make it further than conducting the high school choir. Never said anything, though.
Esse era o
He
pai
was what you
dela?
might call the
tá.
strong, silent type. believe I grew up in the snow. And I came all the way out here to the beach.
Pois eu faria a mesma coisa.
I don't even know how I got here. Your dad got his job and I just came with him. Like a human suitcase.
Okay, Benny. Are you ready to see something really special?
Yes.
I just don't want
am.
him to get attached. Richard,
What?
it's the cutest thing I've ever seen.
Yeah, what's wrong with that?
We can't keep him. Can we? I mean, I'm pretty much definitely allergic, so no, right?
No. We'll find someone to take him. But, while he's here, I say we call him
Ele
Ernie.
tá ronronando.
Little Ernie.
Dá pra escutar?
Fits him, doesn't it?
Oh, he's so cute.
He's so sweet. I think someone likes his new cat.
Richard,
What?
his cat?
Yeah, I just mean, for now. Of course, we're not gonna keep him.
Moço,
Right.
por que eles
I
querem...
believe that. I know where this is going.
For now, honey. But another thing I'll just say quickly. You build up a resistance to allergies over time. So what you're allergic to now, like that's why an allergy shot to give you what you're allergic
ela
to.
tem
So he's like a human
alergia.
allergy shot full of love with one eye. Just considering.
I just know a month from now, he's going to be sleeping on my pillow and I'm not going to be breathing.
Ele tá ronronando, cara. Eu não quero sair dessa cena.
Okay. All right. He can sleep on my pillow. Fair?
Sim, sim, sim. Olha ele. Saúde, saúde.
Now play the C major chord I taught you. Remember?
Lembro, lembro.
There you go. Doesn't that make you feel happy?
Uhum.
Like you just want to jump up and down?
Up down.
Now what about C minor? Remember
Minor.
how to play that one?
Sim.
Very good. Just one note different. That one sounds sad, doesn't it?
Eu achei não,
Amazing
viu?
what a difference one
Achei
little
bem
change can make on
alegre.
how a person feels.
Saúde, saúde. Tadinha da
Sort
minha
of like
mãe,
me
a
and your little
alergia,
friend on your
mano.
piano there.
Lindos. Vou tirar um print disso daqui pra minha thumbnail. Foi. Perdão, peço perdão, precisava de um print. Richard Breen.
She
meu
was in
pai?
grad school studying composition. I never met anyone like her. I just prayed to God I could somehow keep up.
Fofos.
I think she liked that I was a professor.
Ele é
Gave me a
professor.
certain gravitas in her eyes, you know, which I very quickly lost. God, she dragged me to so many places. It
Lindos.
was wonderful. Where would you want to go if you could only go to one?
Se eu tivesse que escolher um. Cara, que difícil. Egito ou Grécia? Eu acho que eu iria pra. Pô, eu acho que eu iria pra Grécia. Acho que eu iria pra Grécia.
Well, just remember to put on sunscreen. Man, I gave you some unfortunate genes, didn't I? Luckily, Mom gave you some good ones, so, yeah, let's hope they balance each other out.
Tocar? Pianinho? Já tô andando. Hã? 7 de janeiro, que nem hoje. Que incrível.
Wait, that's my piece. How did you figure out how to play that? Richard, are you hearing this?
What?
He's playing my piece. He must have figured it out by ear. I mean, I was a gifted kid, but he's brilliant.
Rapaz.
We need to get him into serious piano lessons.
Só de ouvido aqui, tá?
You know anyone who might be a good teacher for him?
What? I mean, in the city, sure. Not out here, I don't.
I mean, I know someone who might be up to the task. She's very gifted.
Richard, no one in this town knows anything. Maybe I'll just have to do it myself.
Good idea. I think that settles it.
But who's this mysterious woman you're talking about?
Que
I hope you're not in
mulher.
love with her.
You know, I really was for a while, but then she revealed herself to be much stupider than I thought.
Que isso,
Richard, what are you talking
cara?
about?
Don't worry about it.
Olha o Papito, nosso gatinho. Acabei de nomear. Papito.
Oh, God, I have my interview in 5 minutes and I completely forgot to feed him.
Don't worry, I already did.
O que tá escrito
For a
aqui? Não
moment, I
dá pra
forgot what a
ver.
great father you are.
Será que eles estão procurando emprego?
I
Se
got
concentra...
this.
Ah, tá, ela tá procurando emprego. Olha o meu pai ali atrás.
Excuse me, of course, sir. It's all organized into folders, sitting ready on my kitchen table. They will
Ele
literally be on your desk
cresceu!
when you get in.
O Papito tá grande.
What could possibly happen to the files between now and tomorrow morning? We are fine.
Mó fofo, cara. Ele é caolho. Que isso, cara? Tu mijou? Hã? Ele mijou na mesa.
When's he coming?
Aí, dormidinho.
I'm flying him out in February, remember? You know, I think he was pretty
quer
surprised
brincar
that I
mais?
could actually afford to
Não
do
quer
that.
não, mano? Quer brincar não, amigão?
Why not? You're a working woman now.
I guess that's true.
Don't let it go to your head, but yeah.
Please let the cat know. It's time to use the litter box, though.
Baby steps. He's got one eye.
Ele só tem um olho, cara.
This is called a metronome.
Uhum.
We use it to measure time so we don't get lost in the music.
Perfeito.
I want you to start using it before Grandpa comes to visit. You know, my father once told me, when I was about your age, the only way to fight against time is to create a work of genius,
Concordo, concordo.
which might live on after you're gone. So I asked him, what about your children? Thinking, you know, I might be a work of genius just as
Concordo
I was.
também, mãe.
He
Concordo.
said, yes, I suppose. If you made a work of genius, I could... I haven't seen him in over 10 years. Can you believe that?
Ah, ele ainda tá vivo então. E ele
I
tá
wonder
vindo
if he'll
pra
even
cá.
recognize me.
Conhecer o vovô. Vixe. Tô gostando muito dessa cena não, viu? Vou sair daqui.
You really need to stay in time with the metronome, okay?
Tá bem, tá bem. Vamos lá.
Subdivide the time. 1e and a 2e and a 3e and a 4e and a 1e and a 2e and a 3e and a 4e. You're off. You're off, Ben. Can't
Beethoven,
hear
tá?
that?
Oxe, acabou?
There you go, buddy. Okay, now keep a firm grip on it, just like that. Oh my. Well, don't think you like that, pal.
Lindo,
Sorry, buddy.
cara.
Turn around, Al. so we can photograph you.
I'm just really behind right now. Why don't you take photos in the backyard? It may not be interesting at first, but if you keep going back out there every day, you'll be surprised by how much it changes.
Cara, não, eu quero tirar foto daqui. Tá bonita a cena. Droga. Esse é meu quintal? É a vizinhança? Toma.
Ernie! Buddy!
Ernie!
Ernie!
Ernie, we need you!
Meu gatinho
God,
sumiu?
no, what if you got eaten by a coyote?
My sinuses would be eternally indebted.
What did you just say?
No, I said I'm really worried. Here, kitty, kitty, kitty!
God, honey, I'm worried too.
I know, sweetie.
Cadê
Ernie!
o papito, cara? O Ernie!
Come to Papa! I know you're mad about last night, but this is ridiculous.
What happened last night?
It's bad.
Oh, God.
Meu
What?
gato sumiu.
Well, if he survived that, I don't know how worried we have to be.
Okay, well, let's take this seriously, okay? He has one eye. That means predators can come up from one side of him he doesn't even know. Okay? Let's take this seriously. Ernie! Come on, dude!
So you're saying it's a coincidence that it disappears for weeks and then comes back with a huge belly?
But Ernie's boy.
And you're sure about
Como assim?
I thought I was.
O papito é uma fêmea.
And that was based on...
Pee-hole distance?
Say that one more time, sweetie.
Pee-hole distance from the butt. If it's further away or something, then it's one or the other.
And what was Ernie's?
I couldn't.
Vem pra cá.
I'm still not understanding how you let this happen.
I don't know. I didn't think about it. It just happened.
You just happened to find a stray cat in the alley. We keep it even though I hate cats. And now it just happens to pop out 5 more?
Sorry, I didn't realize you hated cats.
For a professor of signs and symbols, you're really bad at reading them.
Cara, quem é que odeia gatos, mano?
That's funny. That's really witty.
I let us keep him for Benny. And I'm happy about that. But I really can't have 5 cats around the house. It's just not sustainable.
Maybe we can put them outside or something. Until we can find homes for them.
Zoado, achei zoado, viu?
He keeps coloring the grass blue, the ocean green, and then the sky red.
And what's wrong with that?
Were you able to pick up a new book?
Yes, and the galleon is a particular interest.
I meant Benny's book.
Oh,
Pô, será que se eu tirar foto aqui? Ah, tá, não.
Benny is expensive, right?
no. Can't put a price on learning.
I mean, they did. And it's stupidly good.
Ah, o quartinho bonitinho do Benny. O que tá rolando? Por que tá tudo escuro? Estranho, hein?
I know, it seems impossible that you could ever play something so complex.
Claviestuque.
But just take it one day at a time. Trust me.
Dun, dun.
You're really getting there, honey. Next week we'll start working on your other hand.
Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun,
Listen to him, Richard.
dun, 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 dun.
I'm enlisting him in that competition.
I thought you said competitions took the joy out of playing music.
Not if you win.
Aí sim, hein, meu patrão. Será que eu já tô grande? Com quantos anos eu tô?
Okay. 2 brackets on each side. 2 screws on each bracket. washers on each screen.
Chris said find the zero, and he just drew an arrow pointing to it.
Well, what's wrong with that?
I mean, everything is wrong with that.
Cadê meus pais, cara? F? Tá porra. É, pelo visto eu não vou ser tão inteligente quanto ele imaginava. Vão doar meus brinquedos, mano.
First of many, I'd assume.
Cara, eu tô começando a perceber que esse quarto tá ficando um pouco mais adulto e eu não tô gostando muito disso, mano.
This isn't my house. It's not my house.
Right, it's my house.
Quem é esses mano aí, velho? Os vizinhos?
You're not my house. You're not. Fall back, you fool! I'll have your heads. I'll feed them to the cat.
Chloe, come play inside. It's late.
Hey, you! Yeah, you! Come over
Oi.
here. Yes, Mr. Camera Boy, I'm talking to you.
Eu não consigo chegar aí. Ah, eu consigo sim. Só um minuto. Sou um pouco lento.
Why are you always out here taking photos? You know, if you really want to take a photo of something cool, you should take a photo of this.
Toma. Postar no Instagram depois.
Oh shoot, I think I gotta go. But, try to take a photo of me running into my house. I'm pretty fast, so I don't think you'll be able to. But you can try.
Cacete, eu não consegui. Ela tinha razão. Poxa, eu acho que tinha um achievement ali, mano. Tô triste. Toma.
Wow, Elle, he's unbelievable. My
Se liga,
God, I
então.
didn't realize our head of accounting was raising a musical prodigy.
Didn't you used to be a composer yourself, Elle?
I don't know if I'd say that.
But you used to write your own music, right?
Yeah, but I haven't done that in years. Not since he was 4 or 5 years old.
And what do, Richard?
He's a professor.
Of what?
Well, no one really knows.
No, I mean, what's his field?
It's maritime archaeology.
Very cool.
But no one really knows what it means.
Unknown legend.
It's kind of one of those professions that stops a dinner party short.
Okay, more wine?
I'll have a little more wine, please.
Nah, what a show.
Cara, mas isso não é Beethoven, não? Clever Stuck, mano. Não faço ideia de quem é esse, mano.
The class is world history. My name is Mr. Isaac.
Hi,
The class
Isaac.
will be broken up into
Hey, you.
units.
A Chloe cresceu
Look
aqui
on
comigo,
your
tá?
desk. I wrote you something.
Querido estranho garoto da vizinhança, prezado vizinho estranho, tá aqui. Estamos na mesma classe, que coincidência. Nós não nos conhecemos, não fale comigo,
I want
jamais,
each
com
of you to
amor.
write it down. Not doodle on the sidelines, not stare off into space.
Aqueles que não conseguem lembrar o passado estão condenados a
Now I will
repeti-los.
go on to the next slide.
Rapaz.
Chloe, tell me, what did the quote say?
Right, I definitely know this.
You were taking
Sussurrar a resposta.
So those who do not remember the past, repeat the past. That's right?
Perfeito.
Indeed it is. Though I prefer you to answer without the help of your boyfriend next time. If we do not keep an accurate account
isso,
of the
cara?
past, we
Expondo a
are
situação.
destined to embarrass ourselves in all sorts of ways. And now, on to what you've all been waiting for. Grades.
Notes.
Assessments, 60%. Those are tests and quizzes. Class work, 20%. That's work we do while at class.
You broke my no talking rule,
Participation,
but I asked you to, so I guess I'll have to let you live.
Write this all down.
Fofa.
I tried to convince your father not to buy you that thing, but he insisted. Half suspect he bought it for himself. The little guys are pretty cute, though. I will admit that. Oh, I want the job of whoever gets paid to think of that crap.
Que é isso, afinal? É um jogo de... Tá, tristes irmãos vão buscar por sua mãe desaparecida. A lendária Rainha Concha. Prenda monstros. Tá, encontra uma beleza. Não entendi não, mas é um joguinho de tabuleiro, provavelmente.
I've definitely seen you next door, but I didn't realize you guys had become friends.
É, cara, tô começando a sacar.
We sit together in history class. I don't know what I'd do without old Benny.
Very sweet. Thank you for playing this game with him.
Your dad just thanked me for hanging out with you?
Uhum.
That's a very interesting detail. Okay, shut up.
Sozinho,
I really want
Chloe,
this one.
entenda. Sou um pouco introspectivo.
Maybe I'll use tickle stick.
Desenha bem aqui, ó.
Whoa, that's a pretty good drawing. You should draw pictures of more different stuff.
Aí eu queria
Not
desse.
me though. I'll actually kill you if you try to draw me, and you saw what I'm capable of in your backyard.
Vou desenhar mesmo assim, foda-se.
Benny, why did you draw me? You're not good enough. I look so ugly. Ugh.
Parece que ela matou ele. Ficou fofo.
It's called a magnet school. It's about an hour away in a town called Burton. I know the change can be scary, but I just want you to go in and meet the dean I spoke with. You know, life can take you to some incredible places if you're really, really good at something.
Quem tá falando isso pra mim é minha mãe? Eu acho que é.
He says you've had so much trouble making friends at Playco. I want you at a place where people really get you.
Tudo bem, tudo bem.
So what do you think, Benjamin? You think you could
Benjamin?
excel in that sort of an environment?
Eu não sou Benjamin. Eu sou Benny.
Sorry, he gets very shy.
Oh, not to worry. If he's as gifted as you say he is, shyness is no problem. Why don't you two come back closer to the end of the year for an audition? We'll get a few pieces that you can have him start learning. I'm eager to hear what your son is capable of. So, I understand you were a musician yourself. Where did you study?
Oh, Berkeley. But I was in the composition department.
Ah, and who did you study under?
John MacDonald?
I understand he's very difficult.
Yes. Taciturn is the word I use.
Taciturn. Yes. People have described me that way, if you can believe it.
Oh, I would never say that about you.
Thank you. I wouldn't either.
You seem very warm.
Cara, eu não tô falando tanto nesse jogo porque eu acho que ele, tipo, tem muito diálogo. E eu não quero atrapalhar, basicamente, o desenrolar dos diálogos. E eu também tô tentando aproveitar bastante a situação da, sei lá, dos gráficos e dos diálogos também.
As you can see, there are some very fast runs in there, and a lot of stuff I've not taught you properly yet. So no pressure. I just want you to try, and we can see if you start enjoying it.
Não se preocupe, minha linda, não se preocupe que eu vou tocar isso daqui como um verdadeiro gênio.
Just this once. I wish I had the option of going to a school like that when I was your age. I wouldn't be working this boring job or living in this boring town, I'll tell you that.
Amassar? Não, não vou amassar. Tá tudo bem, não quero ser uma criança revoltada. Até porque eu ia precisar pra tocar, tá vendo? Vamos lá.
Don't answer that, Ben. You can talk to your friend after you practice.
Ah, mas é minha amiga, cara. Pô, eu ia atender, não atendeu porque não funcionou.
Oh my god. Is she really calling you again? What, is she obsessed with you?
Mano, vou atender, foda-se.
What are you doing? I explicitly asked you not to pick up the phone.
Oh, he's fine. Let him talk to her.
Oh, what do you know about anything that's going on right now?
Okay, you know, I'd appreciate it if you wouldn't raise your voice like that.
Well, then don't
Obrigado,
stick your
pai.
nose into things that you're completely checked out of.
Okay.
Man, did I just cause a fight with your parents?
Não, tá tudo
sorry,
bem,
dear.
Chloe.
But you should also cherish these moments. My mom and dad used to fight, and I would always hate it, but now I actually miss it a lot. Anyway, so basically across the board, crustacean types perform well against mollusk types. So we gotta be leaning on lobster a lot more in these reef battles. Then, once we get to the trench, we'll be facing what they call craniate types, so chondric types will be what we need. But we haven't even gotten any of those yet. Anyway, it's all pretty complicated, so we can go over it in history class tomorrow. But listen, I definitely don't want you to play without me. But if you do end up playing without me, spend as much time as possible in the red reef, because that's supposedly where you can find these chondric types.
Cara, a mina pegou todo o detonado do jogo e basicamente me passou.
More tomorrow, okay? Okay, I gotta go.
Perfeito, perfeito. Tudo bem, então. Zeramos o game.
Anubis, in the presence of Ma'at, who you remember is the goddess of truth and justice, would weigh the deceased soul against a feather, determining whether it was worthy of entering into her land of the dead. And what if they are deemed unworthy?
Cara, eu não notei.
Well, you can see that ugly fur ball under the scale? That is Amamet, and she's got...
Mr. Kid.
That's a she. The head of a crocodile, fur of a lion, see,
Prezado
and the
vizinho
body of a
estranho.
hippopotamus.
Hoje à
Well, I would
noite,
not say
depois
that
que
to
meu
her
pai for
face.
dormir, vou sair de casa
Now,
pra dormir na praia. Se quiser
as you
ser
can
convidado,
see,
faça um desenho
she
do
is
professor
ready
Isaac
to
com dor de
devour
barriga.
any of the deceased who do not pass
Com amor
judgment.
vizinho estranha.
Sort of like me with your weekly quizzes. So I am not quite sure
Why is he
why I
so
don't hear more scribbling right
Okay,
now.
I'll call you when I'm leaving my house. You better pick up my call, dude.
Beleza.
Slightly worried about having him change schools just as he's starting to make friends.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure the only reason she keeps coming here is to play that game you bought for him.
Okay, listen, I don't claim to understand the
Eu
motives
quero
of
escutar
going
meus pais
but-
brigando.
Danny has a chance here. A real chance to be really good at something. I mean this with no offense at all. But I don't think you actually really understand what that is.
Huh. No.
Cara, jogar esse jogo
Oh,
com o
refletir.
piscar dos olhos deve ser insano, mano. Porque com clicar dos dedos já tá sendo uma experiência. Imagina ter que piscar pra fazer tudo isso. Não ia dar certo nunca na minha vida.
Lights out. You need to be rested for tomorrow. Memory consolidates when you're asleep. So if you go to sleep now, you will awaken a master. Trust me.
Minha mãe é um pouco...
Richard, tell your son to turn the lights off.
pouco, né?
Benny, Mom says turn the lights off.
Impressionada.
You say.
Benny, I say turn the lights off. Not...
Tentar dormir ou sair de casa, mano. Pô, e agora? O que eu faria? O que o Marquinhos de 12 anos faria? Pô, o Marquinhos de 12 anos sairia, mano. Sairia.
Wow, didn't think you'd actually pick up. I'm a sticky for a baby. I apologize. Okay, so meet me out in the alley in T- now, okay? Chloe, out.
Eu iria. Não tenho nem dúvidas que Marquinhos de 12 anos iria. Era louco.
You know, I'm really glad you're here. There's something I've been meaning to talk to you about. Or to get off my chest.
Que lindo.
Okay. I don't think Consters is actually a really good game. My cousin Yoon, he was in town this weekend, and he was explaining how it's actually a ripoff of a really good Japanese game. He calls it a cash grab. So I'm sorry that I made you like it because it's actually a terrible game. But I also think that if it was a really good game, maybe we wouldn't have enjoyed playing it as much.
É verdade, às vezes o jogo tá no entretenimento que ele causa, não é mesmo?
On how good it was and not the feelings we had while we were
A qualidade.
Like, my favorite vegetable is the tomato, but Yoon thinks that they're the grossest ever.
Eu gosto de tomate também.
And you're probably the least popular boy in the school, but I also like hanging out with you the most. Which was also something I wanted to talk to you about. I like hanging out with you a lot, which is weird because after what happened with my mom, I never like hanging out with anyone. So this has been a big surprise for me this year, in a lot of ways. I think I like that you let me talk. My cousin never lets me talk.
Stay.
My dad does, but I can tell he's not really listening.
Here. Putz, tô com sono.
Probably
mano.
didn't sleep at all. Out in the cold all night. You're already feeling sick, aren't you? It's okay. You still got this. I mean, all the practice had to count for something. Maybe just try and close your eyes now and get a little sleep on the way over. I'm going to play the recording so the sound of mastery can seep into your subconscious a little, okay? Close your eyes, Ben. We're going to be there soon.
Como eu fecho os meus olhos? Não tem como.
In your own time, Benjamin, we are very
Eu não
excited
treinei
to
nada,
hear.
mano. Fala sério. Não treinei nada, velho.
Oh, okay. I think that's enough.
Putz, mano.
So, Benjamin,
Putz, mano.
why don't we plan on having you come back next year again, once you've had a bit more time to practice?
yes? As you know, Burton isn't the right fit for every student, and I wish you the best of luck on your path, wherever it may take you, okay? All right.
Maybe I pushed you too hard. Maybe I turned into my own father. I don't know. You have to find something to focus on. The world isn't very kind to people who aren't really good at something.
Play big, be great.
I'm not worried about who you are, Benny. I'm worried about who you're going to become.
We want him home from school for a while. Just until this nasty thing clears.
O que tá acontecendo comigo?
Hey, Elle, would you mind taking a quick walk with me down to my office? There's a small clerical thing I need you to look at before I can let you two go.
Oh, yes, of course. I'll be right back, Benny, okay?
Just maybe 5 minutes, kiddo, okay?
E agora?
It's such a crucial time in his development. He shouldn't be confined to his room.
Yeah, look, having him home for a little means I can spend more time with him. You know? We can focus him, make sure he's staying engaged.
Can you please try to speak a little softer?
Cara, eu queria muito ver meu rostinho. Cara, esse menino tá já na crise da adolescência, né? Aparentemente.
This isn't video game time. I want you to figure out something actually productive to do while you're home from school.
Que isso, cara? Me deixa eu jogar um roquetinho um pouco também, né? Ó, louco. Pô, eu gostava desse barquinho, desenhava ele, fazia ele em tudo. O que que rolou? É. Ah, voltei a desenhar, agora eu já sei sombrear, tá? Técnicas novas.
Hey, B! Dinner's ready! B! You hear me? What's he doing?
Cara, eu tô desenhando. Eu tô obcecado mesmo nesse barquinho, mano.
Why isn't your son doing this, Al? No, easy, young Vincent. Well, ever since he got sick, all he does is make art.
And Mr. Benjamin Bryn has been awarded first place.
Toma, então. Cara, eu vou me candidatar à escola de arte. Descreva em 2 parágrafos curtos os motivos pelos quais você deseja seguir uma carreira artística. Você é artista, mano.
You are not here to learn to be painters. You are here to learn to be artists. And although I was hired to teach you,
Esse daqui bem aqui. E
Say
esse
shall.
daqui. Ele vai
there
ficar
is no
bem aqui, ó.
teaching art.
Que isso, o cara é muito artista, tá?
So don't just sit there slack-jawed. Make art, you ponies! Oh.
Ah, era pra fazer aquilo ali, mano. Na moral. Cheguei, tinha que usar a criatividade. Que isso, irmão?
Oh, how very wacky and fun these are.
Deixa bem aqui, ó.
It's very zany, very kitsch.
E esse aqui vai ficar bem aqui.
Lucky for you, the world is always in need of more greeting card artists.
Melhor, né? Melhor. Isso aqui vai ser bem abstratuzão. Ele vai pegar os cantos aqui.
There you go, Mr. Brin.
Esse aqui vai ficar bem aqui.
Feel each shape.
Esse aqui vai ficar bem aqui. E esse bem aqui, ó. Que vai ser tipo um quadro. Olha.
I want you all to take a long look at what Mr. Brin has done here. You see, he has reached down deep within himself and created a masterpiece. I pray you have a strong hold on yourself, Mr. Brin. For I fear a talent like these, you may soon be swept away by a whirlwind.
Deixa eu ver como é que é. Benjamin Brin.
I'm stunned. The ironic sincerity of this piece is so sincerely ironic.
He's flipped the discourse so thoroughly, I'm actually dizzy.
I know that lots of agents gave you lots of cards, and it all probably feels weird and alienating and the opposite of what being a starving artist is supposed
Cara,
to
aqui
feel
vai
like.
ser uma obra.
But if I can teach you one thing,
Aqui, ó.
it's that if opportunity knocks, you open the door. Making a living isn't selling out. I wish I had thought of it that way.
Tô morando só já?
Benjamin, marvelous show last week.
Aqui a gente tem que seguir sempre o mesmo estilo, né? Porque nós somos artistas de uma característica única.
A birdie told me that Elba Pressenhuber gave you her card.
Pode ser. Olha aí, tudo muito parecido.
That card into little pieces and feed it to an alley cat. Elba Pressenhuber is not in the business of the arts. Elba Pressenhuber is in the business of business. And you, child, you are no businessman. You are an artist. Live like one.
Don't worry. You're not selling your soul.
E agora? Amassar contrato ou assinar contrato, mano? Na moral. Pô, a minha mãe falou pra abraçar as oportunidades, né? Tipo, quando ela aparecesse era pra agarrar a oportunidade. Nesse caso, velho, o meu professor falou que eu tinha que viver como um artista e não vender minha alma. E agora? Temos um pequeno problema aqui. O que eu faria? O que o Marcos de 20 anos faria se me surgisse uma oportunidade? Mas eu também sinto que essa oportunidade poderia me podar aos 20 anos. O foda é que eu sinto que eu já fui muito na contramão do que minha mãe falou, né? Vou assinar,
I've got a
mano.
good feeling about you.
Vou assinar.
We're going to make a lot of money together, aren't we?
Pô, mas eu queria ser um artista também independente, tá ligado? Foda,
To
velho.
actually making some money with one's art. Lord knows I could never do it.
Mas eu acho que eu tinha que fazer isso pela minha mãe, mano. Ela tava muito já, tipo, né? Querendo muito que eu desse certo de alguma forma. Precisava fazer isso.
Good. So, now that you've made it, tell me, what are you going to do with it? Besides buying me fancy dinners like this every week, obviously. Because I can get used to this. Oh, this looks delicious. I'm getting a salad and an appetizer, and I'm already stealing the bread. Look at that butter. Oh my gosh, it's in the shape of a swan. Oh my God. I never thought I'd see the day where you would take me out to dinner, but I like it. Oh wow. Should I get soup? No, I can get soup at home.
Saúde. Mano, e a Chloe? Aqui vai ser o seguinte. Aqui vai ser mais abstrato, tá ligado? Não quero nada muito realista aqui, não. Porra, errei. Aqui a gente vai ter esses elementos. E aqui vai ser esse cara aqui olhando. Cara, eu sou muito artista, mano. Já tô dirigindo.
Honey, your work's incredible. The new stuff is wowing us all. But Ben, I've had an idea. You know, the critics are fickle. How about if you go back to your roots?
Mas eu já tô na minha origem,
Find
mano.
something meaningful, personal, close to your heart. Gotta go. Love you lots. Mwah.
Ué, eu tô no meu estilo já.
Hey, Ben. Don't even pick up this call, okay? I mean it. I'm just calling to inform you that I went to the doctor today, and, well, I'm gonna be a little sick for a while, but really, I don't want you worrying about it at all. You're at such an important moment in your career, and I'm just so proud of you. This is nothing but a little bump in the road for me. I'm going to be fine.
Vixe, cara.
Okay? So don't even worry about calling me back. Just letting you know. Okay, Benny. I love you.
Minha mãe tá doente, mano.
But that's enough from me. Now, you'll hear from the person who I believe was the single thing in the world my wife was most proud of. Her magnum opus, so to speak. I think you all know who I'm talking about. Benny, you ready to come up here? Go on, B. Say something. What's wrong? Why aren't you talking?
Tadinho.
Hey, honey. Guess who's calling? Again. Look,
You know, I talk to big, important people. People who could change your life every day. What the hell am I supposed to say? What do you want me to say? That I haven't heard from my star client in 6 months? This is getting ridiculous. You've got to get it together. Love you lots. Mwah.
Tadinho, tá traumatizado, mano. Tá triste.
Benny. Guess who's
Tá
calling?
em luto.
Well, here's the call. We're finished. We're done so kaput. It's over. Would you shut the hell up, Tabitha? I'm trying to fire a client in here. Who? Some washed up, stick up his ass, too good to sell prick. Probably isn't even listening to this message, but you know, Mama's gotta put her rage somewhere. Oh, shoot it. Am I still on? Well, Benny, love you lots. Mwah.
Hey, B. Just calling to tell you. I think I'm selling the house. She's everywhere here, son. I can't move without bumping into her. And then I just find myself breaking down again. I hope you understand. Take whatever you want. With your mother gone, I'm hoping to finally live without all the clutter. Yeah, I think you did the right thing. By the way, she didn't want you to see her like that.
Poxa, eu não vi.
She just wanted you to focus on your work. That was the only thing that mattered to her. What's that? What's so fascinating, son?
Pô, joguei umas coisas fora, eu acho, né? Cara, aqui vai essa daqui. E vai ela... Acho que no pequeno piano dela, né? Acho que feliz. Droga.
Look. It's unbelievable, Benny. It's like she's standing in the room with us. Like I can see her in the paint. I can feel her.
Passar do dia inspirado na composição musical de sua falecida mãe, a compositora Ellie Fishman, relativamente desconhecida em vida. Brin trouxe o trabalho de sua mãe à tona na criação de arte, hoje ela é considerada uma das maiores compositoras do seu tempo.
It's unbelievable. I'd love to walk through it again with you. I mean, if you were down for that. I just can't believe that my entire childhood, I was living next to a bona fide genius. I should have guessed it. I mean, with all those little drawings you did. Remember when you still drew my portrait even when I begged you not to? God, you were such a little jerk back then. And your mom. I always heard her playing piano from next door, but I didn't know she wrote the actual music.
É, rapaz, família de artistas.
Like mother, like son, I guess. Hey, so, not to be forward, but what are you doing after this?
Cara, eu aceito.
I'd really love to catch up. I can't believe everything that's happened to you. I want to hear all about it.
Now would you look at that? I cannot believe my luck.
Pô, será que já é o julgamento final?
You finally hit the jackpot, Flapjack. All the nobody nothings dying every day. You finally sink your hook into a... Oh! Well, there you are. Well, hello, sir. If I realized, I would have cleaned up. I'm just used to fishing up a different class of soul. I mean, sure, I've had scientists, a couple college athletes here or there, but whew, an internationally renowned painter? The gatekeeper's gonna eat you up. Hey, speaking of that, why don't we give your story a test run? Maybe you help me out with the word choice, since, you know, I'm still working on that. See if I'm getting all the strokes right, the proper composition, if you catch my drift. Forget about it. All right, here we go. Gatekeeper! Before you stands the soul of a great man. Now, would you describe yourself as a happy kid or a lonely one?
Cara, eu diria que eu fui uma criança solitária.
His childhood was a lonely one, growing up as a strange, quiet child in an isolated seaside town. And, what'd you say your mom was? A composer or an accountant?
Compositora,
His
meu bom.
mother was a composer who, with the need to support her family, took a job as an accountant. How would you describe her as a teacher? More encouraging or demanding?
Cara, ela
Kind of
era...
like your champion or more like a taskmaster.
Ela era bem exigente, mano.
Therefore, as his piano teacher, she was over-demanding, forcing him to practice day in and day out, hoping that he might one day achieve that greatness that she never could. And how about that neighbor girl? What was she to you?
Chloe. Cara,
Was she
Chloe.
your best friend or your first love?
First love, né?
Now, be honest here.
É.
But on the eve of his big audition, he completely dropped the ball, staying up all night with his first love and blowing it the next day. Now, from that moment forward, his mother gave up on him. She knew he didn't have what it took to be a truly great musician. But little did she know, she just picked the wrong medium, right? See, when he was 12 years old, he got sick, and he had to stay inside for an entire year. In that year, he rediscovered a talent he'd forgotten: painting. Sure, he loved finger painting as a child. Color and shape were the first languages he learned to speak. But for the first time, he saw it in a more serious light. He was accepted into an exclusive art school where he caught the eye of an esteemed professor who launched his work into the national spotlight. Now be quiet, all of you. With expectations on his career mounting, he stalled himself into bankruptcy, which turned out to be a blessing, for it wasn't until he returned home to the house he grew up in that he began work on what would ultimately be considered his masterpiece. I said shut up, you scum dolls! You mucky fowls! All right! I get it! I hear what you're saying. I hear what you're saying.
Cara, que jogo bom, mano. Que jogo bom.
I'd assumed as much anyway.
Que jogo
I should
bonito.
probably tell you, those things, they're not regular gulls. They're lyre birds. They're what becomes of souls who tried to lie to the gatekeeper. And once they try that, they're never allowed near her city again. I get to feeling bad for not defending them right, so they just stay on with me. Living reminders of my oratory shortcomings.
Oh, yeah, good thinking. I'll be back to get you once I'm done with this one.
Hopefully you won't be seeing him again.
Que jogo bom, meus amigos.
You're a flea-bitten sap, you know that? Just look at him. Poor fool doesn't know what he's in for.
Os personagens são muito bonitos, cara. Tipo, muito bem desenhados, muito bem desenvolvidos.
Now don't think that I haven't dealt with people like you. You're ashamed of something. Something so terrible, you're trying to blink right past it. Because if the gatekeeper knew, she'd have to dream up fresh new hells to punish someone as worthless as you. And I'm sure you're right. I'm sure you're the rottenest soul that I ever fished out of that black muck. And I should have thrown you back and sanitized my paw as soon as I laid eyes on you. But it's too late for that. We're in this together. And the gatekeeper, she'll see right through your fake lies as if they were glass.
Mas eu não menti,
So I'm gonna
cara.
ask you again to start from the very beginning. And this time, I want the truth.
Caralho, mas
This ain't
como
a
assim?
schoolyard staring contest, buddy. You best close those beady little eyes of yours before we run. Not this.
Now play the C major chord I taught you. Remember?
Come on, keep blinking. I haven't found it yet.
Doesn't that make you feel happy?
You know, my father once told me, when I was about your age, the only way to fight against time is to create a work of genius, which might live on after you're gone. So I asked him, what about your children? Thinking,
This. Stay here. What did your mother hear on that phone call?
E aí?
I'm getting it. Hello? Yes, of course. This is Elle, his daughter.
What is it?
See, she knew she hadn't yet lived up to her father's expectations. And now, she never could. Let's keep going.
You really need to stay in time with the metronome, okay?
You were a prodigal talent. I get it. Let's move.
Eternally indebted.
What did you just say?
This isn't a trip down memory lane. I need you to stay focused. Yes, I understand about the cat. Let's keep...
Dá pra pular, será? Ah, não, mano. Meu gato, né?
The death of those cats must have taught you a terrifying lesson. That simply being alive wasn't enough. So then you went to work to make yourself sensational.
Listen to him, Richard. I've been listening to him in that competition.
I thought you said competitions took the joy out of playing music.
Not if you win.
I like hanging out with you a lot, which is weird because after what happened with my mom.
I'm not worried about who you are, Benny. I'm worried about who you're going to become.
Hey, Elle, would you mind taking a quick walk with me down to my office?
Come on, keep blinking.
We can focus in, make sure he's staying engaged.
Can you please try to speak a little softer? I really don't want him to hear us talking like this.
I mean, what's the point?
What do you mean? What's the point? What does that mean?
What's the point of any of it? If he's never gonna get any better.
Okay. Let's not say that. Okay? We know we don't mean it.
I know I don't. I know.
I mean, what if he heard one of us saying something like that?
I'd never forgive myself.
It's okay. He's asleep. It's okay.
I see. You got sick. You howled at the moon, at the top of your lungs. You were sick for a long time, weren't you? Sicker than healthy kids are supposed to get? Well, no matter how painful it gets, I need you to remember. We're almost at the end of this. I promise. You know what to do. Go ahead and blink.
This isn't video game time. I want you to figure out something actually productive to do while you're home from school. Try writing with it.
Cara, minha mãe, ela era bem...
Well, hello, Benny. It was your grandfather's, but I used it in college to write lyrics. Exactly. It was very artsy. Actually, I was just good at fooling your dad. Made him think I was some kind of genius. Why don't you write the story of your life so far? and then what you're going to do once you get better. That's the story I want to hear. Story of who you're going to become, okay?
Tá bom, tá bom. A Grande Vida de Benjamin Brin. Ele teve uma infância solitária, sendo uma criança estranha e calada em uma cidadezinha litorânea e isolada. A mãe dele era uma compositora que, precisando sustentar a família, foi trabalhar como contadora. É isso? É mais que isso, Benny. É mais que isso.
Man, this is wild. You really got into this, didn't you? Oh, here I am. But on the eve of his big audition, he completely dropped the ball, staying up all night with his first love and blowing it the next day. First love? Okay, Benny. And you know, we really could have just slept on the beach another night. But I'm also glad we didn't because, well, another night wouldn't be the same night, if that makes sense. Okay, back to the story. He'd loved finger painting as a child. Color and shape were the first languages he learned to speak. Man, you take your doodle seriously. I did not realize, but I respect it. I respect it. I do.
You are going to be in there for about 30 minutes, so try to get comfortable.
30 minutes, 30 minutes. 30 minutes.
You're doing great, buddy. Just a little longer, okay?
Thirty minutes.
Knock, knock. You're gonna be so annoyed with me, but I couldn't help but overhear Chloe reading loud from what I think was your story the other night. I know. I promised myself I wouldn't eavesdrop, but I would really love to read it if you'd let me. What do you say? You know I'm such a big fan of anything you do.
Cara, e aí? Eu não deixaria não, mano. Muito íntimo.
Can't. Just go in there and tell him you loved it.
I'm sorry, I just can't.
Mano, sério?
Not right now.
Okay, don't worry. Just go to bed. I'll talk to you.
Hey, B. Just want you to know that Mom loved your story. She's just, I think it was just very emotional for her to read. But I thought it was great. I mean, look at this. His childhood was a lonely one, growing up a strange and quiet child in an isolated seaside town. I mean, I'm certainly bummed you feel that way. But what I want to know is, where'd you learn to write so well? All those cool words. Reads like Dickens. Really just very cool stuff, kiddo. You should be very proud, okay? Okay. Love you, buddy.
Benjamin Brin era um perdedor. pior Brin que já existiu. Ele nem tentou lutar contra a doença dentro dele. Ele só deitou e morreu.
Benny! Benny! Ben! Oh God, can you hear me? Richard! Richard, get up!
I'm up. What's going on?
I think he's unconscious. Call the paramedics now!
Okay, I'm doing it.
I'm just gonna wait with you here, okay? I'm gonna hold your hand. I feel that. That's me. That's your mom. That's my mom. It's right out here with you.
So if he's ever in pain, all he needs to do is press that red button and the drug will administer itself.
Thank you so much. You know, I know my wife would normally want to thank you herself.
No, I understand. It hits mothers the hardest, this sort of thing.
Thank you for understanding. It's been a rough one. Hey, Eddie. Yeah, hey man, it's Richard. Listen, I know Elle's been missing in action, but I just want you to understand things have taken a really bad turn here. Yeah, no, that's not going to be possible. To be honest, your whole tone is pissing me off right now. Yes, I understand you have a business to run. It's a very cliche thing to say to me in a time like this. Okay. Well, then I guess all I can say is screw you too. I said screw you too. Yeah, man, that's all I got.
Hey, this isn't funny, you know? What, you're too scared to talk to me? Well, just so you know, I know you're faking. Because if you were really sick, like actually sick, you'd have told me already. I happen to actually know about this stuff. So the fact that you are faking, just so you don't have to go to school.
Porra, não queria ter desligado.
I remember when you were just 4 years old. Mom was going through a pretty tough time. I mean, not as tough as now, but yeah, her music had been rejected, and she's having trouble adjusting to her quiet little life out here. I feared that
O personagem,
I was losing her.
o design.
But then you played this on the piano, and these are little hands reaching up for the keys. She just couldn't believe how gifted you were. And once she heard that, well, it was like you brought her right back to me. So, I was wondering if maybe you could do that trick again. Try closing your eyes. See if you can remember.
Tá, pera. O que foi?
Wait, that's my bass. How did you figure out how to play that?
Keep playing, B. She's listening.
Gatinho.
Oh, it's okay. I'm just so happy she's here. We've got to show this cat some real love. She's been through more than we can even imagine. Oh, her poor fur. Richard, we have to give Ernie a haircut, okay?
I'm getting her a sashimi plate.
What?
What? I think she more than deserves it.
Oh, I think you're right. She hasn't been over. Like, she didn't even care to visit?
No, I mean, I don't think he's told her.
And you're just letting that be?
I don't know her step. You know how Benny is.
She lost her mother a year ago. You knew that, right?
No, but what does that have to do with...
Okay, do we have her dad's number?
I don't know. Check the book.
Okay, I'm calling now.
Honey...
Oh my god, you're an idiot. You do realize this is really nothing special to me. I've seen this all before. I was thinking about what you said in the story the other day and how I reacted to it. I feel kind of bad. I shouldn't have done that. But... Hey! What are you looking at? Don't look up there. Look at me. I'm talking to you. I want to give you something, but I think I don't want to be in the room when you see what it is. So maybe if you close your eyes, I can give it to you and I'm gonna leave. Close your eyes now, okay?
Você... Prezado vizinho estranho, você é meu primeiro amor. Com amor, Chloe. Fofos, lindos, perfeitos.
What is that?
It's something new I'm working on.
So you're writing again?
It's just a melody that came to me. It feels good to play it.
It's sad.
Yeah, well, that would make sense. But do you like it?
I mean, yeah. I love everything you do.
What do you like about it?
Not this old trap.
Go on. I'm waiting.
Well, it made me feel like if the unspeakable darkness I'm carrying can be so well expressed, maybe it's not so unspeakable. Nailed it, didn't I?
Yeah. I mean, that was pretty good.
I understand. There's no need to show me anymore.
No, Richard, it's like I can't breathe. Like there's...
You know, for a while now, I've wondered if I'm just not a good enough storyteller. If I just don't have grand enough words, can't tell grand enough stories. But grand words and stories, I think they may be overrated. I know just what to tell her. Watch for her now. I've seen the gatekeeper take many forms depending on the soul I bring her. But once you see her, you'll know. Believe me. I should go get ready. Don't worry. We got this. I think. There she is. Wish me luck.
Gatekeeper, before you sits the soul of a child who died before he could grow old.
That means she's ready to hear your story.
Será que eu ativamente? Não? Se eu esperar um pouco mais? Sei não.
You know, I never told you how much I loved your story. It's really so imaginative. And the person you wrote about is such an interesting and intense guy. My only issue was, well, I didn't like him very much. So, I wanted to read you something I wrote for you, which is about the Benny I've known for 11 years now. It's called The Great Life of Benjamin Bryn. Benjamin Bryn was born into an ordinary home, to an ordinary mother and father in a small town by the sea. His mother was a composer, or at least that's what she dreamed she'd be. So, when her own dreams didn't pan out, she began to dream for him. But then, when he was just 11 years old, he got sick and was forced to stay inside for an entire year. And in that year, he began to worry that he hadn't lived enough. So he made up a story of the great life he thought he wanted to live, which only made him forget the great life he already had, how he had filled a new home with light and joy and promise, how he met a girl, his neighbor, who felt all alone in the world and made her feel okay again, and how, even when he was sick, he still gave his parents hope, how he reminded them exactly who they were after they had almost forgotten. So when he knew he was going to go, he was okay, because he'd already lived a great life, a full life, and he was everything he needed to be, just as he was.
She accepts. Close your eyes now and keep them closed. She's gonna let you.
Why is he smiling like that?
It must be somewhere that he likes.
Cara, jogo bom. Um jogo muito bom.
I wanna be somebody. Me 2.0 for you.